There are three health issues quietly pushing millions of Americans out of the insurance system, and they're not emergencies. They aren't rare conditions. They're ones that take years of appointments, thousands of dollars in copays, and still don't get diagnosed properly. In this three-part series, I'm going to cover all three. This video is number one, chronic pain. The next two that I will cover in later videos is hormonal health and gut health and longevity. These three categories alone are one of the biggest gaps in traditional insurance care based on what is needed. Chronic pain is the single biggest driver of alternative healthcare searches for Americans over 40. Chronic pain. I've had it. I get it. Before I get into chronic pain, I want to let you know that I'm going to give you a number at the end of this video that will change how you think about what you're already spending in pain management. What the insurance system actually offers for chronic pain. The standard path is primary care visit, referral, specialist, waitlist, prescription. I'm going to say that again. Primary care, referral, specialist, waitlist, prescription. Insurance is designed for acute emergency care. It was never built to manage chronic pain or complex pain. Traditional models, average appointment time 12 to 15 minutes, not enough time to address something that's been going on for years. This is where it gets interesting. In the next part, I'm going to talk about the three most searched alternatives for chronic pain, and they are all cash-based by default. Acupuncture, chiropractic, and massage therapy. Rarely covered by insurance, and most people are paying out of pocket without a plan. The difference between paying out of pocket inside the system versus outside the system is access, time, and ability to choose your practitioner. So I'm going to break that down. When you pay out of pocket outside of an insurance system, you pick your provider, you pick your practitioner. You can go to whoever you want, and you're going to get seen. You're going to get more time, and you're going to have more flexibility. Inside the insurance system, even when you're paying out of pocket, you're stuck picking from a list of practitioners that they give you. Have you ever paid out of pocket for pain relief because insurance didn't cover it? Drop it in the comments below. I will answer all the comments as much as I can. So in this next section, I'm going to share with you something most people never see. The three most searched cash-based options for chronic pain: acupuncture, one of the most searched alternatives for chronic back pain and migraines. The National Institute of Health has funded research on its efficiency. Chiropractic care, a cornerstone search term for spinal health and mobility in a cash-based model. There's no referral required and no cap on the sessions. Massage therapy, I use this personally. I have scoliosis, so this is something that I'm very familiar with, and it's something that has helped me manage chronic pain my whole life. And if I'm feeling off, massage therapy is amazing. It's actually helping benefit your body. It's shifting from being a luxury to a clinical tool, and practitioners are using it specifically for injury recovery, scar tissue, and chronic stress-related pain patterns. One thing that I think is really cool and amazing is that you can actually build a coordinated pain management team outside of the insurance system. You can have an acupuncturist, chiropractor, and massage therapist and work with all three of those for a cost that's actually less than what you would pay on your deductibles and uncovered insurance costs. The average annual deductible for employer-sponsored insurance in the US is over $1,700, and that does not include premiums, copays, or procedures insurance decides not to cover. When you combine all three of these as your own pain management plan outside of the insurance system, you can have a acupuncturist, chiropractor, and massage therapist and spend less than you would spend on your deductibles, copays, and what isn't covered under your insurance. And you get to pick who you're going to go see. How often you see them, you can go as many times as you want. Many times it costs less to pay cash for these services than it does to go through your insurance. This was just to give you an idea around chronic pain options for how you can manage that. There are other ways that you can manage chronic pain besides the three that I mentioned. That is something that you can talk about with your primary care doctor. And to find all of these, you can go to the Centered Care Directory and search. You can find a cash based primary care doctor, which can go through all of these things with you. There's even board certified orthopedic surgeons so that they understand the bone structures and things like that. Talking to a primary care that has the education behind what it is that they're talking about, and then finding a good match for who it is that you're looking for. That's what the Centered Care Directory is for. It's to help you align with the right caregiver for what it is that you need and at a cost that you already know about. Transparent cost, longer appointments, not as long wait times. Why wouldn't you do that? I don't know. Part two of the series, I'm going to cover hormonal health, specifically why women over 40 are one of the fastest growing groups turning to cash based and functional medicine practitioners. Subscribe if you want to hear more about these three that I'm talking about and others. And subscribe because we have new practitioners joining the directory all the time, and they are on the channel sharing their expertise so that you can get to know them before you book an appointment. And as always, there's a video that's on your screen right now that you can click on if you haven't watched it and see what it is that we have going on in the health over wealth in the United States. We'll see you next time.